Letonya Cumhuriyeti, İzmir, Aydın ve Manisa Fahri Konsolosu Sayın Olgu, Hikmet, Korkmaz, Letonya Kalkınma ve Yatırım Ajansı Yatırım Teşvik Bölümü Başkan Yardımcısı Sayın Alise, Barvika'nın ve çok kıymetli üyelerimiz ve konuklarımız, hoş geldiniz. Bugün sizleri Letonya Cumhuriyeti Yatırım ve İş Fırsatları Günü tanıtım toplantısı için odamızda ağırlamaktan memnuniyet duyuyoruz. Sözlerime başlamadan önce Yönetim Kurulu Başkanımız Sayın Mahmut Özgener'in saygı ve selamlarını iletmek istiyorum. Ülkelerimiz arasındaki ekonomik ve ticari ilişkileri ele almak, Letonya ile İzmirli iş insanları arasında sağlıklı bir iletişim ve işbirliği ortamı oluşturmak için bir araya toplandık. Toplantımızın bizlere hem ticari hem de kültürel anlamda köprü kurma fırsatı sunacağına inanıyoruz. Değerli Hazirun, Avrupa Birliği üyesi Letonya, canlı ekonomisi, İskandinav ve Baltık ülkeleriyle kurduğu güçlü ticaret ilişkileriyle Avrupa Birliği pazarına açılmada önemli bir köprü görevi sürdürüyor. Sahip olduğu güçlü ticaret ağı ve coğrafi konumu Letonya'yı kilit bir ülke olarak ön plana çıkarıyor. Letonya ile ülkemiz arasındaki ticari ilişkileri incelediğimizde son 5 yıllık zaman diliminde karşılıklı ticaretimizin genel bir büyüme eğiliminde olduğunu görüyoruz. Tabii ki yeterli görmüyoruz. Ülkemizin Letonya ihracatı 433 milyon dolar, ithalatı ise 241 milyon dolara ulaşmış durumda. Bu bağlamda 2023 yılında ülkelerimiz arasındaki ticaret hacminin 674 milyon dolar seviyesine ulaşmasından, tekrar ediyorum, yeterli görmesek de memnuniyet duyuyoruz. İzmir özelinde değerlendirdiğimizde ihracatımıza konu olan başlıca ürünlerin yaş, meyve, sebze ve mamulleri, makine ve aksamları, ağaç mamulleri ve orman ürünleriyle kimyevi maddeler olduğunu görüyoruz. Bununla birlikte kentimizin sahip olduğu potansiyel çerçevesinde başta otomotiv, tekstil, makina, petrokimya, tarım ve gıda sanayi olmak üzere pek çok sektörde yüksek bir ticaret potansiyeli olduğunu görüyoruz. Letonya ve İzmir'imizin sahip oldukları dinamik ekonomi ve uluslararası ticaret anlayışları ile birbirini tamamlayan özelliklere sahip olduğu kanaatindeyiz. Letonya ile dış ticaretimizi az önce saymış olduğum sektörler başta olmak üzere pek çok alt başlıkta geliştirebileceğimize inanıyoruz. Değerli katılımcılar, küresel ekonomik konjonktürün hızla değiştiği bir dönemden geçerken, bu değişime uyum sağlayabilen ülkelerin yeni iş fırsatlarını değerlendirme olanağını yakaladığını görüyoruz. Bu kapsamda Letonya son yıllarda özellikle dijital dönüşüm, lojistik ve yeşil enerji alanlarında büyük adımlar attı. İzmir çok sektörlü yapısı itibariyle ülkemize katkı sağlayan en büyük 3. ekonomi konumunda. Özellikle sanayi ve imalat sanayi alanında İstanbul'dan sonra ülke ekonomisinde büyük paya sahip bir kentiz. Ticaret odamız da 100 bini aşan üyesiyle, ki bunlar tüzel üyeler yani şirketler, bu özelliklerin de yanı sıra ülkemizin önemli bir ticari merkezi konumunda, gücü durumunda. Ayrıca ülkemizin rüzgar enerjisi başkenti olarak da ön plana çıkıyoruz. Bu bağlamda Letonya ve İzmir arasındaki fırsatları göz önünde bulundurarak başta yeşil enerji, teknoloji, lojistik, sağlık turizmi ve gıda sektörlerinde karşılıklı ortaklıklar ve işbirlikleri geliştireceğimizi düşünüyoruz. Tabii bu saydıklarımın haricinde çok değerli konuklar arasında belki başka fikri, başka sektörlerden gelenler vardır. Aynı zamanda İzmir'in güçlü liman altyapısı ve Letonya'nın Baltık Denizi'ne olan stratejik konumu kapsamında iki bölge arasında deniz yolu taşımacılığı ve lojistik merkezleri ağı kurma projesinin gündeme gelebileceğini düşünüyoruz. Bu tür bir işbirliğinin bölgesel ekonomik büyümeye katkı sağlayacağı ve İzmir ile Letonya arasında güçlü bir ulaşım ve ticaret altyapısı oluşturmasına vesile olabileceği kanaatindeyiz. Değerli konuklar, sözlerime son verirken Letonya'da yatırım imkanları hakkında sunum gerçekleştirilecek olan Letonya Kalkınma ve Yatırım Ajansı Yatırım Teşvik Bölümü Başkan Yardımcısı Sayın Barvika'ya, Sayın İzmir Fahri Konsolosum Olgu Bey'e ve tüm katılımcılara teşekkür ediyorum. Toplantımızın İzmir ve Letonya arasındaki ticari hacmi arttırmak ve yeni iş fırsatları yaratmak adına güçlü bir adım atılmasına vesile olacağına inanıyor. Hayırlı geçmesini diliyorum efendim. Sağ olun.
Sayın Özkardeş'e konuşmaları için teşekkür ederiz. Konuşmasını yapmak üzere Letonya Cumhuriyeti, İzmir, Aydın ve Manisa Fahri Konsolosu Sayın Olgu Hikmet Korkmaz'ı kürsüye davet ediyorum.
Sayın Yönetim Kurulu üyem Ahmet Oğuz Özkardeş beyefendi, hanımefendiler, beyefendiler, İzmir Ticaret Odası'nın değerli üyeleri, hepinize bugün bu etkinliğimize katıldığınız için en içten ve kalbi şükranlarımı sunarak sözlerime başlamak istiyorum. Çok kısaca bu toplantının başlangıcı ve hazırlık aşaması konusunda size kısaca bir bilgi vermek isterim ki fazla da vaktinizi almayacağım. Letonya Cumhuriyeti'nin Dışişleri Bakanlığı ve Ekonomi Bakanlığı tarafından önümüzdeki 2025 yılından başlayarak önümüzdeki dönem için Türkiye-Letonya iki taraflı ekonomik ilişkilerinin geliştirilmesi öncelikli alan olarak belirlenmiştir. Bununla ilgili olarak özel olarak hem ben hem Sayın Letonya Cumhuriyeti Büyükelçisi görevlendirilmiştir. Kendisi bugün burada olacaktı fakat maalesef son anda ortaya çıkan bir program değişikliği nedeniyle Ankara'ya dönmek zorunda kaldı ve bu konuda özellikle benden size üzüntülerini belirtmemi istedi ama en kısa zamanda tekrar benzer bir program yapılarak aramıza katılacak o da. Bugün belki birçok kişi için şaşırtıcı olacak ama gerçekten Leton Dışişleri Bakanlığı tarafından İstanbul, Bursa gibi ülkemizin geleneksel olarak nitelendirilen ve daha çok yabancı ülkelerin ilgi gösterdiği diyelim şehirler değil. Ama bizzat İzmir, Türkiye ile ilişkilerin, ekonomik ilişkilerin geliştirilmesinde bir hap olarak nitelendirilerek, hatta bunu bizzat Dışişleri Bakanı bana söylediğinde ben şaşırdım çünkü özellikle İzmir'i telaffuz etti. Ve bizi bu konuda Büyükelçi ile beraber görevlendirdi. Bugün burada dinleyeceğiniz sunum Sayın Meslektaşım Barvika ile beraber yaklaşık 3 aylık yapılan bir çalışmanın ürünüdür. Burada sözlerime son verirken tekrar geldiğiniz için hepinize canı gönülden teşekkür ediyorum.
So thank you everybody who has joined here today to explore some new business opportunities between Latvia and Turkey. I welcome you on behalf of Investment and Development Agency of Latvia. It is the largest company support organization in Latvia working under the Ministry of Economics. And as you heard already from the Honorary Consul, we have been given a task and an opportunity to develop new trade relations. First of all, I would like to say sincere thank you to the Chamber for hosting us and for making it possible. And also I would like to say a very high appreciation to our honorary consul, as he has been preparing and working really hard to make this trip a success. And now I will show you a presentation. While I will be talking, please think about your questions. We have the opportunity to answer in the end, and also our contacts and the presentation will be provided so you can read it later on as well and get back to us. By the way, before I start, has anybody been to Riga? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4. Great, so there are 5. Oh, even more hands are getting up. Very nice. So this is the content of the presentation. We will first look at the economic relations. We already heard that the trade with Turkey is quite large. It's over 400 million already, and it can definitely be further extended. We will touch upon all of these items here on the list. For those that have not yet been to Latvia, let me show you a geographical map. Latvia is located in the north of Europe. It is part of the Baltic countries, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, close to Poland, Germany, and territory-wise, it is quite a large country, but people-wise, we're around only 2 million. But territory-wise, we are actually bigger than Denmark, Belgium, or Netherlands, Switzerland, and our territory is over half of it is covered with forest. So you can imagine a very forested and Nordic country. The GDP forecast this year is almost is 0.6%. Unemployment is 7.1%, and we also have a salary growth forecast for this year, 9.7%. But we will touch upon it later. We are very proud and happy that we are among the digital nations of the world. In fact, among OECD countries, we are #1 in mobile data use. We have excellent infrastructure, and this is an area we have been specifically investing in. And actually, Latvia is among the 20 countries in the world that is part of all the organizations that are necessary to have free trade, including European Union, including Eurozone, including the security that is provided by NATO, OECD, World Trade Organization. Also, we have a very competitive taxation regime. It is actually #2 among all OECD countries. Again, regarding this digital infrastructure, for us, indeed, there is no place in Latvia where you don't have any access to digital services. And in fact, the government is investing a lot to have as many and good digital services as possible. So normally, companies in Latvia are having digital signature, and every year more and more services are provided digitally. Actually, Latvia is among the very few countries in Europe where even all the building process is entirely digital. We have very high quality internet, and that is actually really crucial for any business. As many companies from Turkey are trading a lot with Bulgaria and Romania, often setting up premises and factories and trading centers, logistics centers. We wanted to show you just some comparison of how we look if you compare the three countries. So in fact, the political stability in Latvia is almost 4 times higher than in Bulgaria or Romania. In fact, we have had very stable government and also very stable political landscape. Government effectiveness is high. We don't have so many people working in the government sector, but we try to we try to improve the quality year by year. The rule of law and respecting law is also improved, and also control of corruption is high, and the corruption levels indeed are extremely low. Also, I would like to share that Latvia has been #1 among European Union countries in terms of GDP growth per capita. Here you can see with the bold line, the line for Latvia in terms of growth, and then it is Bulgaria and Romania. So we have seen that indeed our growth has been very good, except of the short-term difficulties in 2008 and 2009 that affected probably all of us. In terms of foreign direct investment, Latvia has seen an all the time growing line. And what is even more important, that we do trade with our partners around us. Sweden, Estonia, Lithuania, and Germany are among our biggest investors. Yet we also have 18% of non-EU investors, and we have quite an active investor community from ex-CIS countries, but also other countries, including United States, Canada, and others. And definitely we would like to see more Turkish companies to be set up in Latvia. If you look again at the map, keeping in mind logistics, as it was already very nicely noted before, actually logistically Latvia is very well positioned, because within 12 hours you can reach your major customers in Nordic countries. In fact, from Riga to Helsinki, it is a 3.5-hour drive and 1.5-hour ferry, so it is really close. And the same goes for ferries to Sweden, ferries to Germany, and within 24 hours you can reach major also export markets of Turkey, including Germany. And within 3-4 working days, you get wherever in Europe you need to get. Important also to state is that Riga is also an air hub. It is the biggest airport. We have 2 million people, but we have 7 million passengers going through Riga. We are expanding the airport, and also a new logistics and a service center will be located next to the airport to Istanbul. There are 2 times daily flights by Turkish Airlines and Air Baltic, our national carrier, so it is easy to access. Here you can see also some costs for freight transportation. If delivering goods from port in Latvia in LIAA, and definitely we know that it is a very convenient way. Here you can see we are currently located in Izmir. This is Riga, and you can even on the map you can see it is 2 times shorter distance to the major ports in Hamburg and Rotterdam that are of course a very important export routes also for Turkish goods. And also within the Baltic Sea we also have a very good container line, so it is easy also to move containers from wherever around the world to Baltic Sea and back. Here is some information regarding the taxation, and again a comparison. Maybe I would like to specifically point out the advantage of Latvia, and that is we want to see companies more and more investing and keeping the investment in the company, buying new machinery, investing in new things. That's why the reinvested profit tax is 0%. And that is what makes the tax system is specifically lucrative for companies, but also you can see some information about other taxations. Actually, it is quite similar all over Europe, but the company tax really makes a difference. And also, I would like to show you the average salaries that we can see in the countries here, and you can see that in fact the Latvian salaries are a little bit higher and for sure will be growing and will be higher. Yet we know that the offering is efficient because we have little resources, but we try to use them very efficiently and to upgrade the skills of people as much as possible to match the best of the best also in the export markets. And now some information about the sectors. So these are the 5 sectors that have been identified by the government of Latvia as strategically important, and that's why the state support programs, EU support programs are primarily focused in these 5. So we have been strong over time in medical technologies, pharmaceuticals, biotech, that's why it is priority number 1. Also number 2 is bioeconomy, so it is everything related to forest products. At the moment, Latvia has a very large forest industry and also food industry. That's why bioeconomy is very important, and also Turkey is also very active and strong in this. Regarding smart materials, photonics and engineering, it is another priority. Then all digital services, smart city and smart energy, that was already also mentioned within the introduction speech. You will see some information later as well. Going back to the competitiveness and to the hourly rates, so here you can see the labor costs and the hourly costs in Germany, in Bulgaria, Romania and Latvia, and the EU average. So you can clearly see that the average is that certainly there is a good competitive advantage to have workforce located in Latvia because you can almost get the same efficiency as in Western Europe, but at a fraction of a cost. And at the same time, you can also see where the people are mostly working in, and actually it is woodworking, food manufacturing, and metalworking, machine building, engineering. We are among the top investors, so to say, from the state side within the education. So Latvia invests a lot in education, especially schools, primary schools, and also from our students, 25% of all the students studying in Latvia are studying engineering and technology in engineering and technology fields. It is also, we already have a very high education level. In fact, from all the employed people, 45% have higher education degrees. Also, if some of you would like to calculate more precisely, would Latvia be a good fit for you or not? So we will give some examples of costs for you to consider. These are the typical costs in a production facility where you can see workers, the gross monthly salaries, the taxation, social tax, and the total cost for the employer. This is a typical salary levels, but of course in the regions it can change up to 20%. On the west side of Latvia, the costs are higher, as well as in Riga, in the capital city. But on the east side of Latvia, the costs are typically lower. Also, 95% of Latvians speak foreign languages. Actually, usually it is at least 2 foreign languages that we speak, and at the schools, mostly the Russians taught are German, as we come from quite German traditions, but also French, Italian, Swedish, and other languages. It is why it is important, because it is a very easy access point in Europe for future employees to travel to and to speak in your customer's language. It is, and it is also very easy for any European customers to come over from Riga to Riga and around Latvia to visit and to have service in their language. Latvia has 3 main production industries. We are strong in wood and articles of wood, plywood, furnitures, wooden houses, windows, doors, Those are the main items, but also in machinery and mechanical appliances, electric equipment, quite varied portfolio and supply chain. We know that there are very, very nice industrial companies here in Izmir region. We had the chance to visit very nice and really modern and great companies. And if our industries can be strengthened in a win-win situation, we're happy to see more machinery companies in Latvia. And also agriculture and food products. Latvia has some of the biggest farmlands in Europe, especially biological farmlands. And just to give you an example, the latest food industry investment in Latvia was 120 million investment by a Norwegian company who made the biggest cookie factory. So they're making cookies for all of the wider region, including all the Nordic countries, Baltic countries, and Poland. And if we're looking at Turkey and Latvia, what are the common areas of industry specialization that may be a good idea for further cooperation? So certainly within smart manufacturing, Turkey has very good background and a long history and experience, as well as we do, within the precision engineering and tools. Also machinery, components for automotive and aerospace industry. Actually, aerospace is an area we would like to develop more because we have a great university for aerospace technologies. Also, we see potential in electrical components and electronics fields. We have long heritage in this industry, over 100 years. Also, optical products. We see that also advanced materials, wood industry, we have a lot of wood resources that we still export quite a lot outside of Latvia, but we would like to engineer it more. So with the help of your companies, certainly we would be happy to see more products in wood, furniture, anything where you can use wood, also chemical processing of wood. Construction materials, technical textiles, we have a rather large technical textile cluster in Latvia, electrical machinery and medical technologies as well. So very happy to hear from companies here if you are from these sectors and if you are looking for more opportunities. And as you are used to industrial zones, we also have industrial zones, special economic zones. Here you can see a Latvian map. These are the biggest ports of Riga, Ventspils, and LIAA. And at the moment, with the help of European Union funds, they have specific industrial territories, over 1,000 hectares, that are being prepared with basic infrastructure, like water, electricity, and other necessary connections for new companies and new factories to be built. And the advantage of being located in these special economic zones is that the dividend tax that usually is 20%, in these zones it is only 4%. Already energy was mentioned, and we are very proud that we are among the top 3 countries in the EU for the use of renewable energy after Sweden and Finland. It is actually a historic thing. Here you can see the historic water dam and hydropower station that was opened in 1930s during the first independence of Latvia. And even today, hydropower and biomass resources are contributing significantly, but also wind energy. Wind parks are being built, and we estimate that in the next 10 years we will have very, very good energy prices for manufacturing industry. Even today, you can see here our industry has good access to electricity and prices, but it will be even better. Also, for your reference regarding some industrial premises, just to calculate how much does it cost. So here is just some examples. So basically, in very nice new buildings in Riga and also in the regions of Latvia, very high class high standard manufacturing units are available from €4 to €6.50 roughly per square meter. But yet we also have very old industrial premises that are that have some cost advantages, and with some smaller investment also those can be upgraded, and then the cost is from €1 to €3 per square meter. For new factories, to build new factories, of course everything depends on the type of factory, but the basic costs are roughly from 1,100 to 2,800 euros depending on the size of the factory. This is just an example, actually from LIAA port, close to port area. This is a private industrial zone, and they are also building and custom building buildings as necessary for the investors. I will not go through much more in the sector detailed information, but this presentation will be available for you. I would rather, so you can study it accordingly to your specific industry, but I will show you more some products. But before I do that, so regarding the agency I represent, as already mentioned, it is working under the Ministry of Economics. It is the largest company support organization with around 270 people employed. We have offices in 25 countries. Myself, in fact, I was based in Finland for 8 years, also representing Latvian interests there. And how do we assist investors coming and setting up their productions? So from one side, certainly we are working with a very wide network of partners. And the nice thing about Latvia is that it is a small country, so it is easy to access people and it is easy to cooperate. So we work with location advisories, with agents representing industrial zones, also logistic and the best supply chain, what we can advise. Using local companies as suppliers. We also have a special department for that. We work with legal departments to make the setup of the company as smooth as possible, the banks, of course, and we also work with advisors for incentives. It is primarily European funds that we are talking about here. And also we have a technology division that is working with R&D, so with all the top universities, but also vocational schools, especially if the investor needs some specific programs or some specific skill sets that are maybe not available right away in the market. So that kind of service we are also assisting with. But at the same time, here we're talking primarily about investment, but we also do have a team of 5 people who are assisting any export-related inquiries. So for those companies, and it is part of a European enterprise network. I know that they also have at least 1 or 2 offices in Izmir. Maybe somebody has already been using the services, but the idea is that there is a European-wide network where countries are exchanging information about the best sales channels, distributors and agents. So that is also available. Again, to summarize what has been stated, so indeed we believe Latvia is a cost-effective place where to access 450 million inhabitants of Europe as your potential customers. We have special economic zones to make the business as easy as possible and to have tax benefits. Indeed, we have so many investors coming from Denmark, Sweden, Germany, Netherlands, Switzerland. Not yet so many from Turkey. We're looking to build that are benefiting already and that are able to share their experiences. And then we have very nice manufacturing facilities. And here, this is our sports team. Our national sports is ice hockey. It sometimes can get pretty cold in Latvia, and that is what people like to do, play ice hockey. And we're actually number 3 in the world. We got a bronze medal we're very happy about that. And you can imagine we're playing in the league together with the United States, Canada, Finland, Sweden, and some other countries. Being a country of 2 million and getting in the third place, it means you have to compete a lot. And just some product examples from Latvia. So Mikrotik, actually they're already selling in Turkey. It is a 5G router company, one of the very, very few companies globally producing and making next generation technologies. Also, Saftechnica for microwave data transfer solutions. They are very present in all of South America and wherever classical data transfer does not work. So that's also been a long time success. Light Guide Optics. So it is a company producing glass fibers specifically, primarily for medical industry. So in fact, most of the United States lasers being used within medical field do have Latvian light guides within them. And also, if you visit in Paris or in any of the large European museums, you probably go and look at the paintings very closely, so closely that you don't even see that there is a glass, because it's invisible glass, and that is made in Latvia by nano-coated. It is nano-coated glass that is making the pictures, making it so invisible and anti-reflective that the paintings can be enjoyed the best. By the way, they not only work with museums, but also with high-end construction and also high-end interior design where the invisibility is important. Latvia is famous for its singing traditions. Music is extremely important. Every 5 years we're hosting a song festival where you can only imagine 15,000 people are singing at the same time and 25,000 are watching. So it is like a national festival for a small country like we are, but at the same time we also are strong in musical technologies. This is a synthesizer, one of the best in the world, and we have a number of very nice industry collaborations, creative industries, traditional electronics industries, and new things coming up. By the way, also the biggest piano in the world. Regarding energy, not only are we building wind parks, but we're also having a new generation of companies like Aerones. So it is the first, actually, of its kind in the world. They are doing the robots that are servicing wind turbines. Wind turbines can be very difficult to access. It can be extremely costly. The weather conditions can be very harsh. So a robotic solution is a great way how to reduce the costs and improve the efficiency and also the safety of people working in the business. We're very proud of this company, and we heard that also in Turkey it is quite known in the industry. Also among very good examples is Giraffe 360. They have created a camera, 360-degree camera, that is very popular, especially in the UK and real estate market. Many agents are using it to market their properties. So it is a very nicely looking camera and very efficient tool used also UK, US, and also in Europe. But this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. This is actually our new national library in Riga, and this is how Riga looks in the evening side. A new high-speed train is now currently being built just next to it, connecting the Baltic states, Rail Baltica Railway. But I'm happy to answer your questions, ideas for cooperation. Again, thank you for all your attention, and we're happy that we have honorary consul here on spot who can be met over a coffee or who can be invited to your facility to show and discuss the business opportunities. But I'm happy to answer the questions the best I can. Thank you.
Mrs. Barvika, first of all, thank you for your nice presentation. It's very useful for us. I'm Olgu. We have a group of companies in different fields. First of all, I'm also an industrial and economy engineer. My name is Olgu. We have similar names, as I told before. First of all, I want to ask you, are there local incentives or EU funds for foreigners in your country? When we establish business there, shall we use those EU funds or local incentives? The second question, how we can reach your statistical institute reports about the sectors you mentioned to detect which commercial fields must develop? Let's say to determine best investment for us, like a mutualist way, optimize it.
Yes. So regarding the EU funds, actually, whenever the company is set up in Latvia, it is Latvian company. So it means it's a foreign subsidiary, but for accessing any funds, it does not matter where the capital comes from because you have a Latvian entity. So in that sense, of course, it depends on the type of cooperation you would like to have. Is it for buying machinery? Is it for R&D? It really depends, but once you are set up, you have full access to any funds like any Latvian company. And regarding the sectorial knowledge, so within investinlatvia.org, as you can see here, there are some general overviews of sectors, but we have, of course, more specific information. Is it, for example, in mechanical engineering? We have a full database of companies and connections. So we're happy also to receive inquiries. So you can also share the connection with some of your partners if you see more interest, and we're happy to answer the inquiries. We have a team for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Happy to receive questions, but also remarks. Maybe how does it resonate with you? Do you is it an interesting area, or have you had experience already, or looking at the Nordic countries?
So, if I may,
Yes.
Ms. Barvika. So what I do is I'm an RCBI service provider. So basically I have a company that provides Turkish nationals, but also other nationals as well, in terms of citizenship by investment and residency by investment programs. And also in the itinerary of this program, I think there was a mention of the Latvian residency program by investment. So we also provide our clients, the clients in Turkey especially, the option to go for this investment. So I don't actually have a question, just wanted to ask is it possible if you could tell us a bit about that program?
Yes, indeed, we do have a special arrangements for investments within the companies. So if a foreign company is investing 50,000 euros in a company and 10,000 euros to the state budget, then it is eligible for having basically a residency permit. However, we do see that it is a very rather popular program, and we would like to encourage more manufacturing investment within this. Also, the request we see from our partners is that we would like to see more and more companies that are doing real business, having logistics and things like that. Also, the banks are quite, because of the money wall and all the bank conditions, it is rather difficult to have permits if no manufacturing or no real business is ongoing, which was the difficulty in the past. But yes, there is such a program, and it is working well.
So as a service provider in this, I have had actually many people that has gotten the residence permit for Latvia through the share capital investment option, 50,000 euros. But the problem we see here is also, by the way, I have spoken this, I have raised this issue to Mr. Hassans as well a couple of weeks ago, is that it is hard for us to, especially for me as a service provider, to find companies to direct investments. And as you say, I think Turkish people also would be really, really happy if there are companies that do manufacturing, and then if we could meet them, we could, if we could organize something that they could be accepting investments much better for them. Otherwise, we have to go, and I've been to Riga many times because I need to find companies for my clients.
Yes,
But
we're happy to introduce you to some of our partners that work within the mergers and acquisitions. So, of course, we are aware of companies that are interested to have additional investors and investments. So, definitely, we're happy to provide you some more network in Latvia.
I would love to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so it looks, there are, yes, please.
Can I ask something in Russian? Because in English I am mixing.
Okay, well,
If I ask in Russian, it will be easier for me.
no, you can try, you can try.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. I have a firma company in Riga.
okay.
It's a company, and I have a company in Turkey, Izmir. I was planning to make something, but it didn't happen. Now I am planning to make something, but while I am coming there are some companies. I am speaking with them, but there is not so much information. I have how it's bugalter, how it's
Accounting
accountant,
company.
and I am speaking with her, but she's not finding me so much different places. How can I have some information?
And
Yeah.
what is the major issue? The information about
I am
setting up?
planning to sell there some parts of the trucks, and I have a place I am making to make there a place with it's in Yammarupe. I am planning to make there some big place to have some parts there, and I will sell the other countries and in Latvia.
Yes. And what is the missing information for you? What would be useful?
Any information how I can do it easier. I came there and I speak with some companies. They look it so good, but summer came and
Yes.
it's now sleeping.
Yes, we're happy to provide some contact information and also companies who can help to set up the business so that it's running. It's a great location. You have chosen a good location close to Riga. So definitely happy to exchange cards. Yes.
What are the visa procedures and where can we obtain the visa?
Sorry.
What are the visa procedures and where can we obtain the visa?
I see you have a great advisor just here in the room. I think you should exchange connections. Generally, the agency does not work on the visa procedures because indeed it is coming through the embassy in Ankara and from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But there are certain procedures and documents to be filled. And certainly you have a great advisor here on spot.
Evet, vize konusunda şöyle bir açıklamada bulunayım. Letonya Yatırım ve Kalkınma Ajansı'nın vizeyle ilgili herhangi bir yetkisi bulunmadığı gibi haddi zatında bizim Fahri Konsolosluğumuzun da bir yetkisi yok bu vize konusunda. VFS şirketi var İzmir'de biliyorsunuz. Letonya Dışişleri Bakanlığı tarafından bu şirket vize konusuyla ilgili yetkilendirilmiş bulunuyor. Genel olarak vize. Tabii bunun haricinde bazı özel vizeler var. Sağlık nedeniyle alınan veya eğitim amaçlı vizeler. Bu konular, özel vizeler konusunda da Büyükelçiliğin web sayfasında çok detaylı bilgi var. Gene de bulamadığınız bir şey olursa Büyükelçiliğin web sayfasında vize bölümünün telefonu var. Oradan ulaşarak telefonla da sorabilirsiniz.
Yes, hello. I want to talk about education sector. I want to read from my notes. Okay. We want to establish an education center for students who need special education and are integrated. In other words, we want to open a center for students who can be involved in life at a mild level. Our aim is to integrate them in reverse to ensure that they play a role in sports and to integrate them into life in order to contribute to their education. Our goal is to increase their attention skills and motor coordination and to direct them to professions based on their personal talents.
And you would like to set up this education center in Izmir or in Latvia?
No,
In Latvia?
In Letonya, yes.
Yes, definitely. It's as you heard, we're investing a lot on education, and certainly being a small nation, every person counts. And of course, we also have special taxation for people, for special people, and actually they are quite well integrated within manufacturing field. So definitely happy to hear more about your experience, what you have been doing also here, and how you see it possible. But definitely we're happy to introduce you. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Can I take over?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your presentation. You mentioned mainly about the incentives about manufacturing and logistics, but what about the digital scenery in Riga or all over Latvia?
Yes.
And do you have digital hubs like you have industrial hubs? What kind of incentives are there? Are there current companies which are maybe open to international investment and so on?
Thank you for a great question. I would need totally another presentation for you. But yes, the digital sphere is also very active. Also because digitalization is among EU priorities, so it means that a lot of funding is being channeled through different funds, especially for digitalizing of companies, improving and making the processes more efficient. But also we are planning an AI Center of Excellence that will be also very important from security perspective, but also from technology development perspective. Lately, one of the good things that has been happening is a startup house. Riga was established and created. It's a wonderful, beautiful house for new companies that are building up their teams in Riga, but also who want to join the community. And there is, within the startup house, there is a start school, new initiative together with Silicon Valley. So they are educating currently 100 people who will be the future leaders of digital businesses. And they're having 1 year, a very intense program done by Silicon Valley. And of course, we do have some unicorns within the tech industry, such as Printful, print-on-demand company, and generally startups are really active. TechChill is the best platform to go if you would like to see digital spheres. TechChill is a biggest startup event in Latvia. It's early October, I think 5 to 7 of February next year. So there you can meet both big corporations that are investing in digital technologies, but also local investors, startups from all around the Baltics, and and also from Finland. Actually, Finland brings sauna specifically to Riga for this event and to have a tech community more close.
Okay. I have one more question.
Yes,
this
please.
is about, in more detail, your neighbors, Estonia and Lithuania, are having governmental policies on fintech space, financial technologies. Do you also have something official for the next year? Or already ongoing, which I might not know of?
Might be. To be honest, I'm not very deep into fintechs myself, but I know that the Bank of Latvia has created a new regulation for fintechs. We see at the moment that there are fintech interest about Latvia because the regulation has changed, and while they are tightening it up in Lithuania, it has been somewhat better framework currently in Latvia. So yes.
So
Actually,
new
we're hosting
regulation
fintech
is
people
about
currently in Riga today.
Not tightening, but giving more flexibility with respect
Yes,
to current status quo, right?
I think it would be a very good idea for you to explore a little bit more what is the fintech landscape, but because we have had some difficulties, let's say, with financial systems over the time, so this fintech sphere has been extremely important and valuable. So we see that fintechs will grow for sure. For sure.
If I contact these emails, can I get more information?
Yes, we also do have a team working on digital specific.
Thank you.
Yes, and I'm happy happy also to connect on LinkedIn also for information.
I'll follow up. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, in LinkedIn you can also send a message about interest about fintech regulation, and works. Yes.
Mr. Selçuk here. Oh, sorry. Mr. Selçuk here has a question. He's asking if you have any incentives as a government, of course. You have any incentives about water technologies, basically turning seawater, salty water into drinking water due to seawater, değil mi? Aynen. Seawater into drinkable water, what he asks. Is there any incentives if he invests in, and if he could, I don't know if it's possible as well, but just to ask.
Currently, I believe we don't use any seawater desalination technologies because we have very rich underground waters. In fact, we have some of the biggest underwater resources in Europe. That's why this has not been something like a topic generally. And it has been more about decreasing water pollution many years ago, so there are technologies around that. And definitely we have a very good water lab within the Riga Technical University that is working. I know that Latvian engineering companies have been working on desalination bigger projects, like big projects for actually not the region not so far from here. That has been, yeah. So I'm not aware of any funds for that because it's not a topic that has been discussed.
Not a demanded thing, I guess. Thank you.
Okay.
Sayın Barvika'ya sunumu için teşekkür ederiz. Değerli konuklarımız, toplantımız burada sona ermiştir. Katılımlarınız için teşekkürler.